Hi everyone, I am Vesile. Welcome to our final presentation of our Internet of Things class. What we were doing was we were trying to create a door lock mechanism using face recognition. Let's get into details. First of all, let me give you a short information about our team. Our team name is Ejderha and team members are Uğur, Simge, Enes and me. Okay, where did we start is that we created our circuitry, and let me mention about our equipment that we used. Of course, our main equipment was our Raspberry Pi. We used Raspberry Pi 3, and other equipments was as follows. We used 2 megapixel webcam, door lock solenoid, a relay, batteries and battery beds, breadboard and jumper wires. Okay, then let me mention about what technologies that we use in our project. First of all, we used Flask. Since Flask is a web framework, it helped us to develop our web application easily and gave us so much flexibility. Then we used OpenCV. OpenCV is a really huge open source library, and we used OpenCV for our image processing part. It processed our images that we took from our webcam, and also we used Har Cascade. Har Cascade is a method that helped us to identify scanned faces via our webcam. Why we choose Har Cascade method is that because it is faster than other methods, that's why we choose that method. For our front end, we can say that we used HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, we started building our circuitry. At that time, we had some problems. First of all, the problem was related our webcam. We had a difficult time with our webcam. First of all, as you see, it was working smoothly. It was really working smoothly. Then we get an error, as you see in the console. We thought that it is something like software problem, software related problem. Then after some research, we recognized that it is not related with software, it was related with hardware. We can say that there was a lack of contact between camera cables. That's why sometimes our Raspberry Pi recognized our USB camera, sometimes it does not. And that's why we had difficult times. And second difficulty was about our Raspberry Pi. Since Raspberry Pi has low computation power, it was really slow, there were laggings, so we had big problem with our Raspberry Pi. But we managed all difficulties, we managed all the problems, and we finished our project. Let me mention about our final delivery product. You see in here, this is our final circuitry. All of the equipments are there, as I mentioned you in the beginning of the presentation. And I wanted to add some other photos of our circuitry, as you see in here. And let me briefly mention about our process flow, let's say. What we do is we create a new user via Flask by post method. Then immediately new folder is going to be created for that user. What will be inside this folder is that when we start the camera, we capture some photos, then these photos will be put down here in that folder and we will save them here. Then we get the encoded file by save method. We run our encoded files. Later on, When we press the start button, Python script gets started by get method. And that's brief explanation about our process flow. And by the way, let me mention about something. We used GPIO because it was more simpler for us to write and understand at the same time. And also in the slide py underscore face underscore recognition.py file, the image processing takes place in here. I wanted to add some of lines in our code, and this is our front end. You can create a new user, capture images, save them, then you can start scanning faces to recognize faces. This is our front end, and we will give you much detailed information in tomorrow's lab section while we were showing you demo. And that's all for today and for now. Thank you for listening to me. See you in tomorrow's lab section.